On everyone, back to cover this Thursday NBA slate. We have a 5-game main slate starting at 4 p.m. once again, so let's get right into it. Unlike yesterday, a lot of these games are super important. We have the Grizzlies on the slate, the Suns, the Spurs, and the Blazers, so all of them really want to win, so I'm going to be targeting them a lot. And then we have some value plays with some players sitting out on some of the other teams like the Pelicans. So let's get into it. As always, appreciate if you hit the thumbs up button down below and subscribe if you have not already. Starting off here at point guard, Luka is 11-4, Damian Lillard is 11-2. Luka, Doncic, and the Mavs really don't have anything to play for now at this point. I believe this is their last game of the seeding game, so they're kind of set in. Porzingis is questionable. If he sits, then I guess you could go bump to Luka, but I don't know if they're going to play him a ton. I'm just going to go with Lillard. I know Lillard is going to play 40 minutes tonight, if not more. He played 41 minutes against the Mavs and was just amazing. He's playing 40 minutes a game. Luka might only get 30, 32 minutes. And this game is so important for the Blazers that give me Damian Lillard. He's super expensive, and DraftKings really did bump up the prices of the studs that have something to play for. As you see, Lillard is 11-2, then Booker is 9-8, Ja Morant is 9,000. All three of those guys are going to play huge minutes, and they all look great just because they're going to play well and they have something to play for. But it's going to be tough to kind of fit all of them in unless you go with some value plays. And there's some decent value plays on the Pelicans. Just looking at their team, the Pelicans are going to be without Holiday, Ingram, Williamson. Hart is questionable. I don't think he's going to play. So all those guys are out. Lonzo might only play like mid-20s in minutes. And then you get a lot of minutes for the rookie Nickeil Alexander-Walker, for Frank Jackson, for Etuan Moore. So the Pelicans have some cheap value plays. And the Jazz are going to be without Rudy Gobert, so that's going to make Tony Bradley like the second guy that I put in my lineup after Lillard. He's 3,400. He did not start the other game against the Spurs when Gobert missed, but he played much better than Ed Davis, so I think he's going to get the start in this one. He can fill it up pretty quickly. He's just been getting the minutes. He's well over a fantasy point per minute on the season in only 11 minutes, but give him like 22 to 25 minutes at 3,400. Good chance that he can maybe get a double-double in that span, facing off against Pirtle, who doesn't really stretch the floor. So it's a good matchup for him. I think he can be the best value play on the slate. At shooting guard, I'm going to go up for Devin Booker. Just going to get Booker and Lillard in there. They're both going to play probably 40 minutes tonight. If not, maybe like 41, 42. The Suns have been rolling. And now that the Grizzlies are no longer the 8th seed, the Suns have a chance to get into the playoffs. The Blazers, they want to win again, and the Spurs, I believe all three of those teams are tied. So I think the Blazers are the 8th seed, and then the other three teams are tied. But anyway, it's super close. They're all going to want to win. And Booker has just been carrying the Suns on his back. This restart, he's averaging well over 50 fantasy points, scoring a ton of points, assisting, rebounding at a high clip. Almost $10,000, but he's going to get the minutes, unlike a lot of these players on some of these teams that don't have anything to play for now, or just are kind of set into the position. At small forward here, we have like Lucas at the top. You have DeMar DeRozan. He also has something to play for. He's only 8,100. He played 28 minutes against Houston. That game was kind of over, so none of the starters played 30 minutes on the Spurs. This game, if it's closer, we could see DeRozan push for like 35, 36 minutes at least. And he can be a good play at 8,100. I have no problem with that. Probably go with the value play here, just because I am going to be paying up for the guards. And I think you could look at like $3,900 for $3,900 Etuan Moore. He got the start last game. JJ Redick did not play. I mean, they have no reason to play Redick now. I don't think he's going to play again today. Just going to give some of the other guys that haven't been playing a lot of minutes a chance to play, and some of the young players. So if we get like 25 minutes out of Etuan Moore at 3,900, it could be a good value play. He's a good shooter. We all know that. He can shoot the three, and there's just not going to have any other stud players out there, so he's going to get some more usage. Power forward, we have Giannis is suspended, but the Bucks just have so many players. I mean, who knows who's going to get the minutes? They literally have so many guys. They have Marvin Williams. If Ilyasova's in there, they have him. They have DJ Wilson. They have Giannis's brother in there. They have Sterling Brown, Corver, Connaughton. They still have DiVincenzo, and they have Middleton and Bledsoe and Jackson and Hill. They have so many bodies. So It's not like just with Giannis that I'm going to go with somebody, and this game just means nothing for the Bucks. So they could just be running like they could just go like 12 deep today. I think that you could look at Rudy Gay at 5,700. He's been playing great off the bench. Been seeing like doesn't play over 30 minutes, but when he's out there, he gets a high usage rate. He has a high usage rate, and he just does gets scores a lot, shoots, gets the rebounds, and he's productive. He doesn't just stand around. He actually moves on the court and tries to be productive, and he has been productive. 57, I think that's a fine price tag. You have Dario Saric, who's been playing really well off the bench. 52 is kind of where I mean, I wish it was like 4,500 again, but he's been playing well, so there's a reason his price tag has gone up. He outperformed the rookie Cam Johnson by far last game out. So if Johnson struggles again early out in the game, we could just see Saric play a lot more, and it's a good matchup for him, especially with Porzingis out there and Maxi Kleber. Especially Maxi Kleber, if Porzingis sits, he matches up pretty well against Saric. And then for you have Brandon Clark, his price tag, he's only 5,200. I think you can definitely play him. He hasn't been starting. They've been starting Anthony Tolliver, but Tolliver only played like 13 minutes last game and did not do anything really. Played 13 minutes, 0 of 2, just 1 rebound, 1 assist. So if they're ever going to make a change, it would be today, putting in Brendan Clark, who has been productive even off the bench, and no Giannis, so there's not too much foul risk now. Especially if the Bucks start like Marvin Williams alongside Lopez or Ilyasova alongside Lopez, I think Clark would match up better just in terms of size. And then you have like a cheap Frank Jackson maybe that you could go to at 3,500 as another value play. He played 25 minutes, was productive, put up 26 fantasy points. You could also look at Nickeil Alexander-Walker's a little bit more expensive at 3,700, just depending on how much salary you have left. But the Pelicans have nothing to play for now. So Ball played like 29 minutes. We could see him play probably less now in the final game. Redick didn't play at all. So I think the point guard minutes are going to go to Frank Jackson a lot. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, maybe Thornwell will get some run. And then they'll probably play some of their other forwards, like Kenrich Williams. They don't have a ton of bodies, but I'm not going to go crazy over the Pelicans. I mean, 2 or 3 Pelicans cheap plays are enough. I'm not going to go with a bunch. I'm going to definitely be paying up for the studs like Lillard and Booker, and see what else we have. Like 6,500 left. You could look at DeRozan. You could probably play him if you want, and then maybe go with like a cheap Derek White, who was nice to see him back in the lineup. Only played 25 minutes, but like I said, the game was over. No starter played more than 30 minutes. And he just had a bad game shooting. Maybe the knee was bothering him a little bit still, but it's only 5,900 now. The price tag has gone down on him. But that's kind of it for DraftKings. Just focus on the Blazers today, focus on the Suns, focus on the Spurs, and then get some value plays from the Pelicans. Play Tony Bradley at center. And that's kind of what I'm going. That's how I'm approaching the slate. So that's it for the DraftKings side, and we'll go over to FanDuel. Okay, on the FanDuel side, they kind of did us a favor by not putting Lillard and Booker and Ja Morant at crazy prices, so you can kind of get to all of them if you want. Lillard is 10-1, easy to get to. Ja Morant's second favorite play at point guard, then Derek White. Then go with a value play if you need to, but you really don't need to go super cheap. I mean, play Lillard, play Ja Morant. Shooting guard, I play Devin Booker for sure, 8,800. And then you could look at DeMar DeRozan at 78. Could look at Dylan Brooks at 57. And Gary Trent maybe, and Lonnie Walker maybe, but Booker is a safe play, guy that's going to crush. Small forward, we have Tim Hardaway. Maybe you could play him if you want, if you think he's going to get the minutes. Porzingis sits, there's going to be more usage for him, but who knows? I mean, he's been playing a lot during this. He played 34 and 36 minutes in a back-to-back. I really have no idea what Rick Carlisle is going to do with his starters today, so I don't feel comfortable about playing a bunch of them. Maybe you could take a shot if you want, but Carmelo Anthony's cheaper than Hardaway by $600. He's been playing amazing. He's been playing big minutes too. I feel like he has a great chance to outscore Hardaway, and I think that 54 for Anthony is also too cheap. Then you could look at maybe Bridges or Johnson if you want. Maybe Bridges today. Johnson really looked really bad last game. And maybe each one more if you need a cheap play. And then power forward, we have Brandon Clark, 58 looks great. You have Dario at 4,500. Dario's price tag is a lot more appealing on FanDuel, so he's been playing awesome. I think I'll just go ahead and put in Dario Saric at 4,500. The minutes are going to be around like 25, 26 probably, just because he's been playing great. Maybe they get to like 22 to 25, but he's been playing solid. He's consistent when he's out there. He gets rebounds and he shoots threes, and the rebounds are there for him usually. And this is a good matchup against the Mavs, so he can easily drop 30 plus again today. And then at center, if you're not paying all the way up for Nurkic, I think I'm going to go. It's either paying all the way up for Nurkic or paying all the way down. Maybe you can throw in DeAndre Ayton in there if you want. So Nurkic, DeAndre Ayton, or $3,900 Tony Bradley are the three that I'm considering. Bradley will allow you to pay up for all the other studs that you want. So you can play like Lillard, DeRozan, John Morant, and pay up for all the other positions with Bradley. If you play Nurkic or DeAndre Ayton, you're going to have to probably go cheap at one of the other positions. Maybe play like Nickeil Alexander-Walker at shooting guard or play Etuan Moore at small forward. But I feel good about Tony Bradley. Doesn't need to do much. He can get some block steals, get some putbacks, get some rebounds. Happens to get a double-double. He's going to make value easily at 3,900. So that's kind of it for the video. Thank you for watching. This is one of the last days before the playoffs start. So I am looking forward to getting the playoffs and not having to deal with some of these like news for some of these teams not playing their guys. But today's slate actually looks nice because all these, you kind of know which teams are going to play their guys a lot, and then you can just avoid the other teams. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Might team you with a baseball video later today. If not, I'll see you guys back tomorrow. So good luck tonight, and let's crush.